Right now, gravity is literally one of the most important forces in your entire life. I mean, it keeps your feet firmly on the ground, holds the vast oceans in place, and stops our entire atmosphere from just floating away into the void. Most of us never give gravity a second thought, right? Because, well, it never changes. But imagine if it did. Imagine if Earth's gravity suddenly became twice as strong. Not gradually over millions of years, right now. So let's dive into this explainer and decode exactly what would happen if our planet suddenly became twice as heavy. I want you to really picture this. You wake up tomorrow morning, you try to get out of bed, but immediately something feels terribly, terribly wrong. Your body just feels incredibly heavy. You're struggling just to prop yourself up. Honestly, even lifting your phone off the nightstand just to check the time feels like a massive chore. And then an emergency alert flashes across your screen, and literally every screen on Earth. Earth's gravity has suddenly doubled. No one knows why, no one knows how, but the nightmare has officially begun. Now, the very first thing you'd notice is your own body. You wouldn't actually suddenly gain mass overnight. Let's say you weigh 70 kilograms today, your mass remains exactly 70 kilograms. But because the downward pull of the Earth has completely amplified, your body would suddenly feel as if it weighs 140 kilos. Think about that. Your muscles and skeleton would have to fight twice the downward force, literally just to exist. Your basic, boring morning routine instantly transforms into a grueling ordeal. Step 1, just getting out of bed requires a massive, full-body heave. Step 2, standing up forces your legs to lift double your usual weight. It's like doing squats with another you strapped to your back. And by step 3, just walking to the bathroom leaves you completely exhausted. Every single movement you make requires so much more energy. The immediate physical shock. Human limits tested. Within hours, the global reality really starts to set in. Everyday tasks, like climbing stairs or carrying groceries, become intense, sweat-inducing workouts. Running? Yeah, almost impossible. Even elite athletes would struggle to just jog down the street. But it gets scarier. For the elderly or folks with underlying conditions, this sudden burden puts them in extreme danger. Global hospitals would quickly become completely overwhelmed, with people suffering from severe exhaustion and cardiovascular stress. Nature and animals struggle. The wild loses its advantage. Think about the incredible adaptations of animals out in the wild. I mean, they evolved perfectly for Earth's current environment. But double gravity? It changes everything. Birds would suddenly struggle to generate enough lift to even fly. Kangaroos would completely lose that signature jumping ability of theirs. And that athletic house cat you have? Yeah, it would find it literally impossible to effortlessly leap onto the kitchen table. Animals that rely on jumping and flying would instantly lose their greatest evolutionary advantages. And hey, it's not just moving animals that suffer here. Gravity affects stationary plants too. Right now, trees easily fight gravity to grow high into the canopy. But in a double gravity forest, those same trees would really struggle under their own immense weight. They'd require massive amounts of energy just to grow upward. Over time, entire forests might slowly change, forced to evolve in entirely new, much lower to the ground directions. The collapse of infrastructure, the weight of the world. We would essentially witness a cascading global shutdown. Sure, cars would still work, but because every vehicle is effectively heavier, they'd burn way more fuel. In commercial planes, actually, many existing aircraft wouldn't even generate enough lift to take off safely, so thousands of flights would be permanently grounded. Space rocket launches would become exponentially more expensive, probably delaying Mars missions for decades. Meanwhile, all our skyscrapers and bridges, which were designed for today's gravity, mind you, would suddenly experience terrifying, unprecedented stress. The horrifying reality here is that the very structural integrity of human civilization would be completely compromised. Engineers worldwide would face, without a doubt, the single biggest challenge in human history. To prevent total urban collapse, entire global cities would require massive, immediate redesigning and reinforcement. We're talking a monumental, world-altering construction project. How the planet reacts, shifting the oceans. Now, when you think about the oceans suddenly being pulled twice as hard toward the center of the Earth, a pretty terrifying image might pop into your head. You really have to ask, would giant Hollywood-style tsunamis suddenly appear out of nowhere and wipe out the coasts? Well, the answer, reassuringly, is probably not. We wouldn't see those massive movie-style tsunamis. Phew! However, the water would be pulled much more strongly toward the Earth's core. So over time, ocean circulation patterns, those hidden currents that regulate our global climate, they could fundamentally change. marine ecosystems would be forced to adapt, and scientists would honestly have to spend decades just studying the deep, long-term consequences.
The future of humanity. Evolution in a heavy world.
So, with the sky shut down, our bodies totally exhausted, and our cities literally cracking and crumbling around us, we really have to face the ultimate existential question. Would humanity